Is there anything greater than friendship? Or maybe more than that? The army was made in uproar after Taehyung, or better known as BTS's V, suddenly revealed his deep feelings for the golden meanie, Jungkook. Not just an ordinary friendship, but something so emotional that it made fans wonder, what is really going on between them? Since BTS debuted in 2013, Taehyung and Jungkook's relationship has always attracted attention. From their interactions on stage to spontaneous moments behind the scenes, the two seem to have undeniable chemistry. However, this time, Taehyung made a confession that was so deep, more than anything he had ever said before. What made him love Jungkook more? Is there anything that has been hidden from the public? Taehyung is not an easy person to show his emotions openly. Although known as a cheerful figure, he also often keeps many things in his heart. However, in a recent interview conducted exclusively for a well-known South Korean magazine, Taehyung finally spoke bluntly about his relationship with Jungkook. Jungkook was someone who was always there for me, even when I was feeling down. He never hesitated to help me, and I realized that I loved him even more, Taehyung said in an emotional tone of voice. This statement immediately shocked the army around the world. What happened between them? Is there a special moment that makes Taehyung so emotional about Jungkook? In fact, if we look back at their journey together, there are many moments that show how close they were. One of the most memorable is when BTS went on a world tour and Taehyung had a hard time due to the loss of his grandfather. Back then, Jungkook was the one who was always by her side, comforting her and making sure that Taehyung was okay. He doesn't talk much, but he shows his concern in a simple way. I really appreciate it, Taehyung added. In fact, if we look back at their various interactions, there are already many clues that show how deep their relationship is. From the way Jungkook always protects Taehyung, to how Taehyung never hesitates to show his affection, everything is like a puzzle that is now starting to be clearly arranged. For example, in the few live broadcasts they do, Taehyung often unconsciously shows how special Jungkook is to him. One of them was when they were doing a live stream and Taehyung said, "I can't imagine my life without Jungkook." The army began to speculate. Many believe that there is something more than friendship between them. However, there are also those who think that this is a very deep form of platonic love, a bond that cannot be described in words. Of course, after Taehyung's confession, many were curious how Jungkook would react. Does he also feel the same way? Does he realize how much of an influence he has on Taehyung? On several occasions, Jungkook does often show his soft side towards Taehyung. He is a person who is always ready to support, both when Taehyung is sad and in a happy state. However, does Jungkook realize how much Taehyung feels for him? When interviewed on another show, Jungkook gave a response that further made the army wonder. Taehyung has always held a special place in my heart. I can't imagine this trip without him, Jungkook said with a small smile. After Taehyung's confession, the army splits into two groups. Some were moved and happy to see how deep the bond between Taehyung and Jungkook was. However, there are also those who feel that this can be a controversial topic. Some fans believe that their relationship is something very pure and beautiful, regardless of how one wants to interpret it. They see this as an example of a strong relationship between two people who have gone through a lot together. However, there are also those who consider that this could be the subject of unnecessary speculation. Some people think that the media and fans sometimes go overboard in interpreting their interactions. Nevertheless, one thing is certain. The relationship between Taehyung and Jungkook is something special. They have gone through a lot together, from difficult times to moments of great happiness. After Taehyung's statement, many wondered, will they be more open about their relationship? Will Jungkook give greater recognition of his feelings for Taehyung? One thing that is clear is that the two will always have each other, no matter what happens. Whether as best friends, brothers, or perhaps something more, their bond remains strong and unshakable to ARMY. What do you think? Is this just a form of deep friendship, or is there something more? Share your thoughts.